Hello grade 7s, I can't believe that you are finally in grade 7 and I have been teaching you SS since you were in grade 4. Can you believe that? So I'm so excited for us to close this chapter together, and we have a lot of interesting topics this term and for the rest of the year, and I look forward to helping you learn a lot more about geography and history. So if you will turn with me please to page 2 of your textbook, where we will just discuss the introduction and then the first activity for today. Have a great time doing this work, and I really hope that you learned something, and please let me know if you're stuck on anything. Okay, so as I said, we're on page 2 of your textbook and we're going to read the introduction together. So, maps are very accurate drawings of the land. They show the land from above. We use maps to help us locate places and find our way. Maps have a language of their own. You will have learnt about the following maps language in earlier grades. Maps have symbols which are used to represent objects and places on the ground. Map symbols are explained in the map key. Maps have a scale on them so that we can work out the actual distance on land. And maps have grids on them to make finding places easier. So we often use Google Maps to find our way. But to this term, we are going to learn about how to read a map and find places ourselves. So today we're going to look for the information from a photograph, and we'll look at figure 1, which is this picture of all the girls together. And the question is, what kind of map are these children looking at? So if you have a look at the map in your hand, what kind of map are these children looking at? And then we have suggest reasons why they may need to look at a map. So think of reasons why they might need to look at the map. Perhaps they're trying to find a place of interest or a place to go and eat, something like that. And then how do maps help people find their way? So of course we just turn on our phone to Google Maps if we need to find our way. But think about how, even Google Maps uses maps. All right, so local maps and street maps. And that is your heading for today. Finding home, school, and places of interest on a map of the local area. So local maps show a part of the land where people live. Street maps show and name all the streets, roads, and freeways in a settlement. You can find a collection of street maps from a particular area in a book called Street Atlas. Most local area maps and street maps show only a few square kilometers of land. So they won't be able to show, for instance, the whole of Cape Town on one page. So we will have different pages for different areas, and that's because of the scale that the map needs to be drawn on. So activity 1 says examine the map of the local area of Cape Town on page 5 and answer the questions that follow. So here we are. Here we have Cape Town. And it says, point to the map key, the compass, and the map scale. Tell your partner why these parts of the map are useful to map readers. So you can just write that answer in the book for me. Why is it useful for map readers? Then we have identify the following symbols in the map key: school, railway, and clinic. You can just draw those symbols in your book for me in pencil. Then we have find Fatima's house on the map. Give the grid square where Fatima lives. Remember to give the letter before the number. Fatima lives close to a few sports grounds. Name one of these sports grounds. Then we have in what street is the nearest church to Fatima's house. Fatima travels by train, for number 6, to her school in Belmont. From which train station will she leave when she travels to school? To which train station will she travel to get to her school? So if you have a look, you remember from grade 4 that we did grid references. So this block, for instance, will be B2. And just remember that we always put the number before we put the letter. So now we will be looking for Fatima's house, and from there we will be able to find all the other places that they are asking. So it asks you for the street names, and it also asks you for the train station names. So have a look at your map key to know which is a train station symbol, and next to the symbol it will give you the name. So let me know if you don't understand anything, and I will be more than happy to help.